Well, hello gang, and welcome back once again to the Long Dark. I'm Lonelywolf, and we are back in our Interloper sandbox. And we have just returned from a bit of a restocking trip. We went back to the hut, the mountaineer's hut, and grabbed a lot more sticks, which has really decimated our supply. Yeah, let's go with the hacksaw. I have two, and I want to save my knife's condition. Still have a whetstone that I can use to sharpen it. Or, you know, I could even go with hands. I am free to do that. Just takes longer. I have a fair bit of fire time, though. It's a nice, beautiful moonlit night. I've got plenty of sticks here. I'll just go ahead and pass the time on this guy. Let's go ahead and get some more water cooked. I have been going through some water, so it'd be a good idea to get some cooked. I'm hoping the wolves don't respawn. Even if they do, they will unlikely to come up here to me in the cave. And even if they do come up to me here in the cave, I have the fire. It's only the bear I'm worried about, and I don't think he can come this far up. We still got plenty of fire time after my last restock with sticks. But we will be hurting soon if I don't get some more fuel or get this taken care of soon. So we're hoping to punch through this cook fest as quickly as we can. Sounds like the water's almost boiled. We have time to pull one more out. Maybe our steak will be ready then too. It is nice. Just throw some more water in there. Throw steak on to cook. And get back to harvesting. I'm trying to get through this meat as fast as possible because these quarter bags decay by 10% a day. So while quartering can be powerful, i.e. getting all the guts, the hide, everything, every bit of the animal completely off wherever it is within the period of 2 hours, so you don't have to spend so much time outdoors in a variable location where it may be disadvantageous, to say the least. To process them out in the open like that. It does come with its own drawbacks. Primarily the how quickly they fall in percentage. Let's go ahead and make one more can of water. I should have brought a steak up. It's okay, we'll use the knife, we'll get one. Oh, it's frozen. That's why it's going to take so long for this first one. Shucks. Let's bring the other one in here to start. Let's bring the other one in here to start warming up as well, so that I don't have to deal with that and I can harvest by hand.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
I'll just place it right about there. Should warm up pretty quick. Alright, we got 15 minutes, 30 minutes. Alright. This one's already unfrozen. I'll go back to using my hand. We'll go ahead and harvest another. No, we won't. We'll wait. No, we'll go ahead. One more. Out of this bag. And then the water will be done. We can pull the water off, get the steaks on. Get a drink. There we go. Take care of some of our water needs. I have plenty of water back at the cabin, but I don't want to have to go back to the cabin for water. So we're going to go ahead and handle it this way. We should be very nearly here, getting into level 5 with both harvesting and cooking. I expect we'll make it with harvesting before we do with cooking. And both steaks should be done after this action. Very nearly. There we go. Okay, and harvest. Got a little bit more to go. I did get some rest as well to help us make it through the night, though we're still running relatively low on that fatigue meter. below half. But considering we're not moving, we're not doing anything strenuous, it's going to drain very slowly. So we should be okay. And the steak should be done. Yep, both steaks done. Should be able to get 2 raws out. Yep. And we can go and drop this cooked meat off. Getting it back to the cabin is going to be a hard consideration. How cold is it? -4? Yeah, not the worst I've seen. How's my fire holding up? 5 hours? Let's go ahead and dump some sticks in there. I don't want to dump too many in. We'll, now I just think about it. We don't want to overbear the fire, cook for too long. We don't want to make the fire go for too long. We only want it to last long enough for us to harvest all of this and cook most of it. I'm okay with taking some of the goods back raw. As long as we don't attract the bear, I'm okay with any wolves. We can just drop it as bait and dome the wolf. But considering we've basically cleared out most of the wolves, we should be fine. Although I'm still expecting some of them to have respawned by now. And yeah, you see we're already at 49%. Carcasses decay as well, so when you quarter the carcass, the bags that you get off the carcass will come off at the percentage that the carcass was. You can't ever, by clicking on a carcass, see what its decay rate is, like what its condition is. But carcasses decay over time, and they decay faster once. This is not something you can find in the wiki, so I don't know how accurate to 100% this might be. But I believe carcasses decay faster if you take the hide off of them. It just seems that way from my anecdotal experience. But anyway, so when you quarter a carcass, whatever percentage that carcass was at is what the bags you get off of it will be at. So in this case, when I harvested my moose, it was already at like what, 60%? Something in that range, somewhere around there. So we've already been at this nearly 2 days on the processing here. If we have to run back and get more fuel, we will, but we're running deathly low. Now, there's a reason I'm leaving my cooked meat out here as well as my uncooked meat that's not in the bags. And you'll notice if you've watched my guides. Meat that's not in the bags will... Oh, we are hungry. I have nothing else to harvest. We'll harvest this torch. Takes 2 minutes, we get a spare stick out of it. All's well. If we really wanted to process this as fast as possible, we could slack 2 fires up. Burn the rest of my sticks. Yeah. I don't know if it's worth it though. You double the amount you can cook, but halve the total time you can have fires up. It's definitely faster that way, but you don't have the total burn time in one stretch that you would. So let's say you had enough fuel for 10 hours on a single fire. If you split that fuel between 2 fires, you'll have 5 hours in one fire, 5 hours in another, but you'll be able to cook twice as fast. So it still is faster that way in cooking. You get stuff processed faster, but it definitely is way more resource intensive if you're trying to stay warm like I am. Which is why we're primarily sticking with a single fire. If I had the materials for it, I would definitely go through 2 fires. We could, if it got warm enough, we could go out and harvest one of those logs. Did I have 2? No, just the 1. Gotcha. We go out and harvest one of those logs to get some additional fuel. All right, how many more scraps of meat do we have? A lot. We could theoretically. Walking around is going to drain our fatigue level. Let's go ahead and sleep an hour. And then we'll think about this, what we want to do. Do we want to take back what we've already got cooked and just come back at a later date, enter the cave without getting attacked by wolves, and continue the process? It's one of those things I'm not sure what the best course of action is. we'll definitely stay this fire out. Not sure how I feel about all of that. There's always pros and cons to every decision you make. And you're never going to be positive that the decision you made is the right one. Thankfully, I've recovered some. Let's just go ahead and drink this. Get a little bit of extra condition. A couple extra calories. Thankfully, because of this, I'm boosting my condition up. We look to be at, what, 60%? Somewhere around there. Give or take. We've kept all my meters full. It's almost day. We can probably keep this fire going a fair bit longer. Let's just stack it up to 4 hours here. Let's go ahead and see where I'm getting the torches from. Oh, that's a good spot for a torch. Let's see if we can improve that. I know I'm burning sticks here to get... Okay, that's worse. I'm not sure what it is about it, but the status of your torch is dependent on where you take it from. So anyway, we've burnt enough into torches. I kind of hate doing that. We'll probably be breaking these back down to their sticks and adding them back to the fire. 32, 27, 32, 48. So we'll take that 27 and we'll harvest it. Then tools. That's right. There we go. 32's fine. 48's really good. I'll harvest this back down for its stick. A 32% torch you can use what? Like 3 times at most, assuming no failures, to go into a fire. Throwing a torch in a fire adds like 1 minute. Harvesting for its stick takes 2 minutes. And the stick adds 7 minutes, 8 minutes, I think, to the fire. Something along those lines. Dag nabbed me. I left all my meat up front. It's okay. Burn in like, what, 4 extra minutes doing this. 4 extra minutes we could have had cooking. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. We still have coal if I wanted to burn that too, but I really don't. What? Game. You're kidding. I just picked up raw meat. Took it. Took it. Took it. Okay, that's showing up. Why did those others not show up in my inventory then? What about my inventory just went to heck? Let's pick this all up. Okay. So why did some steaks fail to show in my inventory? This is confusing. None of them should have been low enough condition to have just disappeared. How odd. I don't know what to say to that one. Weird. Anyway, this should be enough food to tide us for a long time. We may stop the fire here and save those to cook back up later. They're at what? Relatively 50%, so they can go almost a week before they need to be cooked, which will extend the total amount of food time I have. Oh, I just dropped... Oh, because I dropped them over here. I see what I did. I came over here and dropped my uncooked into my cooked pile. That's where they went. Well, I'm a big dummy. Bring the cooked up, grab another set of uncooked. 45 minutes remain. Condition is increased. It's good. It's very good. How much fire time do we have? 3 hours and 40 minutes. Yeah, we'll use the last of these sticks. Gets us up to nearly 4 hours. We'll leave one piece of meat uncooked, even if I have the time to cook it. So I can use it as potential bait if I need to. No decoys. Yep. Oh, we need to grab some fresh. I'm doing this so I can maximize the amount of condition they're taking. I can't remember the exact stats, but temperature affects the rate of decay decrease on both cooked and raw meats. Cooked meats last longer than raw all around. Where do we stand on our skills? Oh, the next stack we pick up. That's it. We're done. Oh, baby. All that wolf meat's available now, too. We're going to prioritize eating the moose meat. Well, we shouldn't, theoretically. We should prioritize whatever's the least condition. Fair. But now predator meat's on the table. This isn't a position I've been in at all yet in any of my Interloper runs, has it? Except for maybe the last one, episode or season 6, where we died because I was being an idiot with wolves. Pro tip, don't be an idiot with wolves. There it is! Oh, yes. Oh, yes, praise Fluffy. And we're tired as heck. If we expect to be getting this meat back, we're gonna need to take some sleep time, which cuts out of cook time, which is okay.
Looks like a new day is done.
It is. So we'll go ahead and sleep. Throw an hour in there. Try and pump that fatigue up a bit. Enough so I can hopefully make it home. In a stretch. We'll take the steaks off and then we'll sleep the rest of the fire time out. I say that, and yet at the same time we'll not do that. Because an hour of sleep gets me a fair bit of fatigue. I could always cook another cup of coffee if I have one on me anyway. I don't think I do. Do I? Did I bring coffee with? Oh no. We'll dump another hour into sleeping. Just to get us prepped. Sounds windy. Even if it's a blizzard, we're going... Hey! If it's a blizzard, that's the perfect time to go home. Come to think of it, we would have... Alright, we're almost up to half fatigue, so that'll hold us till we want to go. Come to think of it, if we hit blizzard, there will be no predators, so it'll be safe. Except for freezing, obviously, to haul all of this back. Still got an hour and 20 minutes on here. Yeah, I'm not going to eat any of my cattails, but we can now eat predator meat, which leaves everything on the table now, which is amazing. Okay, some of that would have been left over. Yep, 131 cals. Temperature is -9. Yeah, if that goes to blizzard, I wouldn't be upset, actually. For once in my life. Looks like it's not going to, though. Alright, we have time... possibly for one more set of steaks. We gotta think about it. What are they, 20 minutes to go? Per each? And we have a current setup of 20 minutes. Yeah, we can do one more stack. We have 30 minutes on the fire. Well, it's going to be close. The fire's going to be burning out right as they get cooked. We'll be able to burn what little amount of condition I want to burn to get most of this home. We'll get a lot of it over there. Plus, it'll be further up in the day, so it mayhaps be a little bit warmer. If we get a section where I feel confident sleeping for 8 hours straight, we'll definitely drink an herbal tea at some point, too, to get us up. Yeah, this is great. Alright, that's it. Fire's done. We'll come back in to warm up over the embers before we officially leave. We'll take enough of this to get me weighted down. Which is apparently a lot.
I'd have to drop some gear.
That's the lion's share. It's about as heavy as I'm willing to go. 1 for bait. Get jebaited. And we'll come back. We'll take 2 pieces of coal. I don't want to be completely cold. We'll take all the coal. It's not that heavy. Should be good. These guys are all curing.
Starting to weigh me down.
Yep. All good. Down to embers. Alright. No point in waiting any longer. We better head. Dear Fluffy, please be no wolves. -3, okay, so still didn't get that. Swore I was gonna get it at some point. We still will, but ain't gonna be right away. Oh, I want to grab the sticks, but I'm already heavy. Depends on how much we're willing to bet on the likelihood of wolves. We are further along in the run, you know, getting closer to day 100. So animal respawn rates are going to be heavily down. Even with that, though, I'm very wary. We cleared these wolves out first, so the wolves that live up there normally shouldn't be there. If these ones are absent, those ones should definitely be absent. Yeah, we're going to burn a fair bit of condition hiking back. It's not a long hike. We're relatively close. There's plenty of fuel here, so if we come back to light another fire or do whatever, we can collect sticks. We've had a fair bit of time with our fire.
Too cold to think.
Very wary. This is the come to Fluffy moment, basically, where you do the best you can with what you have. And in the end, you still expect to die anyway. Look at this. We got all this wolf meat here I cooked, never bothered to take home. We'll bring that home at some point. But we now have so much food, we're sustainable for a long period here. So the plan now is to get that wolfskin coat done. And then hunt that bear for its skin. Get a bearskin coat. Which begs the question, should we make a wolfskin coat at all? And my answer to that is yes, we still should. First, it will provide the protection and warmth until we get a bear coat, because that will be a long time before we get two bear skins together. I would love the warmth benefit before we get there. But we still have to consider the options, the resources needed to do that. We could always harvest the existing coat, the one I'm currently wearing, at the time that I get my first bearskin coat. We could always harvest the current wolf skin I've got, not the one I'm going to make. And get all the materials out of it. Alright, with the wind blowing the direction it is, we're actually well shielded from any potential predators, thankfully. Except for the one that can occupy that valley. There's no good way to crest this ridge. Pro tip for cresting ridges when you're wary. Approach the ridge, stop at least a stone throws away, and listen. If the wolf is close, you'll hear his steps. So if you're wary of being jumped before you have time to react, take that second to pause and listen. When you're smelly, the wolves will be trotting towards you as well, so it's an added layer of speed for them. You want to take your time. But thankfully, this direction, we basically passed the chance for predators. We have the lake wolves to deal with, because I know they're back. One of them is anyway, at the very least. So if the wind's blowing just right, they'll have definitely gotten a scent of us. But the wind's been blowing mainly this direction instead of that direction, so we should be relatively shielded. We're actually at 0, which isn't terrible. What am I saying? It is terrible, but compared to the negatives we've been experiencing, it's not the worst. Looks like we should be relatively safe to come on in. A couple of potential angles for a wolf attack, but to mess with their pathing, we either have to come up over that rise or up the front. We can dip behind this rock or over the rock. I'm more in favor of over. Gives me time to react. They can't technically path very perfectly up terrain, so this gives me the drop advantage here. I can rest. It's during the day, so I shouldn't have to worry about hardly anything. Ooh. Didn't realize I still had one raw piece on me, but oh yeah, that's right, I do realize I had it because I brought it for bait. Okay, where are we sitting with these? 84%, so this wolf was cooked way long ago, and it's still decent. I say decent. Alright, so where do we stand? Pretty sure we already have all 4 wolf pelts in here. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, no we don't. We are still waiting on 1, so then this one's almost there. Oh wow, I didn't realize we were still waiting on that one for so long. This guy's cured, it can go in. This guy's not cured yet. Alright, let's eat our parasite-free steaks. Woohoo! Level 5 cooking, baby. Go ahead and drop this one out here. So we're not going to be eating it right away. Close the door behind us. The tools I ruined. Alright. We've got some more torches to harvest. These 2 if I want. We'll go ahead and dump you in there and you in there. Drop our weight requirement. Put my low tier arrows in there. 22%. We got my stones. What about my coal? 5 coal. Oh, so we still have more coal than I thought that was the last vestiges of coal, but it is not. It's certainly not. We still have some sticks left, which is good to know. But it is way less than I've had. I managed to put a massive supply of sticks in, like probably nearly 100 sticks. And between what I've collected and used, we've damaged that down. I'd say it's probably about a third left, maybe a bit more. It's hard to tell when they get all together like that. Anyway, oh, hypothermia risk. Yeah, it's fine. We should probably sleep. I'm not terribly concerned with using the daytime hours to the fullest extent that we could. I would love to, but on the same token, is it worth it? Because daytime, better temperatures for sleeping, and I want to get a solid stint of sleeping in. We'll go for a solid 5 hours of sleep. And then regroup. Think about what we want to do here. We want to get the rest of that meat back, obviously. Any way we can. Alright. Immensely foggy. This is not opportune time to be hauling meat at all. That is major. You're out of your mind if you're doing that. Do we have any gut floating around? That shouldn't be. Yeah, we've got some fresh gut. Let's just throw you on there. Come on. There you go. Alright, so the gut's almost cured. We got that sardines. That's ruined. I can technically eat ruined food now, can I? Yep. Might regret this. Nope. That's what level 5 cooking does for ya. Ruined food? Nah, it's no big deal. We could bust this crate up at some point for that one reclaimed wood, make a snare for rabbits. Anyway. Let's go ahead and sleep for 1 more hour, see if this fog clears. And if not, we'll just I can't quite start on that wolfskin coat yet. Till this is done. Still got a bit to go. Yeah, the fog's cleared somewhat. Alright, well, in the next episode we'll go ahead and get all that, but that's going to cut it for this episode. I hope you guys did enjoy. I've been Lonely Wolf, this has been Interloper, and I'll see you guys in the next one. As always, stay safe and stay warm out there.